This is pretty exciting. So there's going to be a brand new music box of Aerith's theme from Final Fantasy VII. So on my channel, I've got a whole bunch of music boxes from Square Enix that I've uploaded with the music only, and sometimes unboxings as well. And there's always one that I've always wanted to have, but just never could own because of the really extreme price on it. So the Final Fantasy VII Aerith theme music box that they're doing in 2024 is basically a reissue or a remake of what came out over 10 years ago. And that I think was like super limited, like quantity wise. Just looking online, they only made like 100 of them. Some people saying only 80 were actually kind of sold. And then there were some unlicensed ones. Yeah, there's a bit of like not super clear information on it. But the clearest thing is that they were extremely limited when those came out. And the original distributor of those, Digicube, I believe ended up getting bankrupt or basically going under. So the company that makes them, they still exist. They still produce the music boxes for basically everything. Sankyo, they still exist, but the company that distributes it don't. So anyway, it was a super limited edition music box, and that now goes for thousands of dollars, thousands of pounds. The last sold listing on eBay was December 2023 for around £6,000, which is actually cheaper than what I've seen in the past. I've seen like £8,000 as well, so a bit cheaper, but still extremely expensive for an average consumer. Even non-average, it's quite expensive for what it is, I guess. The retail price on these kind of music boxes, I need to look on that, but you can apparently go to the Sankyo store or a music box store that sells these boxes and do your own kind of theme on them, and it'll probably still cost you, probably in this style, a couple of hundred because of the music box itself and the barrel and then all the kind of working parts. So it's still quite expensive. But this particular Final Fantasy VII one, so it's getting a reissue later this year. Still very expensive at 107,800 yen. That's tax included. So that's over 700 US dollars. So very, 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 very expensive still. Still very, 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 very cheaper than the £6,000 that it sold for on eBay. But yeah, I'm happy that they're actually doing a reissue of this. I said that really weird. Reissue of this is slightly different from the other one in terms of looks. So the lid on this now has the flower pattern, the floral pattern of Aerith, more from Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've seen that pattern, or a similar pattern, at least only one of them, on the smaller music box. That's also on my channel if you haven't seen that already. So the lid is different. It's that kind of nice gold view that's on them. You still got the name of Aerith theme on there, which is nice. The little buckle thing opening, that still looks the same as what we've got on the original one from many years ago. And then the inside of the lid is now red instead of green on the other one. And I believe the note is probably different. Definitely the name is now updated with the correct Aerith instead of Aerith's. So slight differences, but generally it's pretty much the same thing with the same 50 note kind of cylinder and 1 minute 45 seconds of the music playing. So it should, I believe, be pretty much exactly the same minus those kind of cosmetic differences. So that might adversely affect the original one, inflating that price even more because that's the original. But at least now, yeah, the 50 note music box is back again in that really nice classic look. I really like it. I was fortunate enough when I went to Taiwan, went to a music box museum. I'll have a video on that separately where I got to hear styles like this and various other music box styles, and this sounds immaculate. There's videos of this as well on YouTube. I don't actually own it, so I've never been able to put it on my channel, but it sounds really, really nice and really crisp, just super, super nice. But I don't know if I'll be able to get this, to be honest, because $700 is still extremely expensive for what it is, right? It's still a nice product, don't get me wrong, but still a very high price tag. You can buy a PS5 and some games and an extra controller and whatnot for that, right? So it's quite expensive. I don't know if I will get it, but if I do get it, then I would most definitely do an unboxing and put the music on my channel, just like I've done for all the other kind of recent, smaller, more affordable music boxes. So yeah, it's an exciting one, but at a cost. Definitely at a cost. What do you think of this music box? Are you planning to pick one up for $700? Would you consider that, or do you still want the original for thousands of dollars? What's your feelings on this one? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.